Hello, everyone. And yes, I decided to record a new episode of Dwarf Fortress. I have been gone a while, and I think I made a foolish decision with getting rid of the model. Um, I'll just keep using it until I get a new one. If I'm dissatisfied with this one, I'm not gonna quit. Mama ain't raised no quitter. Anyways, yes, the model will be back, just a little smaller than previously. But I have I'm going to share some stuff with you. So, I am a big fantasy and sci fi guy. And for a while, I've been creating a story about a fantasy world where there's no humans. It's just the races of dwarves and elves fighting the races of evil, basically. It's just two civilizations fighting the world. And the backstory is, at the creation of the world, there was a mountain chain called the Old King's Mountains where the dwarves were born. And for 2,000 years they were alone, and they crafted and dug huge halls and made weapons of legend. During this time, they advanced, like, basically into a steam tech world, and they dug all across. They dug massive highways all across the world, underneath oceans, and I have never gotten to actually commissioning someone for the world itself because I could not find anyone. So with the new Siege update, I have decided I'm going to generate a large world on a massive scale, basically, and incorporate it into my world. And that's going to be my new map for my world. And I'm going to incorporate, like, the dwarven clans that are generated that you can use into the clans that I had. Because originally I had the old king. They were basically like, it was, originally the High King was supposed to be the Old Beard clan, but I'm gonna go with whatever is over here and incorporate it into my original story. As you can see, there's a bunch here, and the crafts of bronze, I'm just gonna call it the Bronze clan, basically. The Furnace clan, and I'm gonna give each one of them like a different specialty, like, and if they have similar names right here, I'm gonna give them like, I'm just gonna go with my original clan name. But it looks like none of them actually, like, right here, like the Slippery Plank, I'm gonna just call it the clan of the clan of, like, the Wood Beards or something like that, and have them be our carpenters, like, in my lore. Now, in here, I don't really care what they specialize in. But my lore is every clan specializes in something. Like, I think in my original lore, like the Silver Beards were like the jewelry smiths, and it looks like actually there is no, like, jewelry related. Oh, the right mirrors, the mirror beards. I mean, I guess we can make them the crafts or something like that. But I think I'd probably make them like something different. I don't know. The ripe mirror. I don't know how you get a ripe mirror, but okay. Yeah, no. Anyways, and like a huge war broke out across the continent, and like awakening evil, which drove the dwarves out of the mountains, which affected the elves in a way that they tried to take advantage of that and tried to take a few like high treasure dwarf strongholds, but failed to do so with the tide of like evil goblins and stuff like that. So in my world, like demons and monsters inhabit the mountains, and for years the dwarves have been sending expeditions into the mountains, and all of them have failed. And so eventually, after I think it's something weird, like huge, like 10,000 years of living out on the plains and like on the edges of the mountains, they've given up. And yeah, like one of the stories was about a dwarf, like the high king being assassinated and his child being exiled into the mountains to find a way to conquer it, but it was really just a political play to like get rid of him, and because his brother wanted to become High King. And so he went into the mountains, and eventually he came back and got leading an army of like adventurers he had saved along the way, and beheaded his uncle, so in front of everyone. Yeah, that was a cool story. Like in the story, he built like entire halls of furnaces and built weapons of legendary weapons using his ancestral his ancestral might. Like the ancestors were so furious with the coup that they literally helped him develop skills to craft and build dwarven halls inside the mountains. Like he was able to conquer an old fortress that wasn't heavily guarded and brick it up and use it as like his own crafting dwarf and guild hall for the adventurers that joined him. Obviously, as you can tell, I'm a vampire, so I like my harems. That's one reason why I picked it. That's the reason why I picked vampires as my thing, because I'm just a man who loves to work at night. I've been doing night shifts since I turned 20, actually. So I've always been that, and I've always read manga, and people's like, you harems, and I'm like, I'm just a fantasy person. I like, in a lot of fantasies, there's harems, and yeah, what's a man to dream, right? And yeah, no, he builds like a harem of adventurers that guard him specifically, while the rest of the army, they kind of just follow along and just they help him conquer some of the mountain back. Now, the mountain in mine is huge. It spreads from one end of the continent to the other. So it's thousands of miles long. It expands across this. Like, it'll go from up here all the way down here, and it touches like, and it comes like over here as well. So there's branches of the mountain that spread out, and other races have conquered some of the less wild mountains that couldn't really matter to the forces of evil. So, and like, they've refused to give them back to the dwarves, and so a 10,000 year long grudge happened between the elves and the dwarves. But like, my character thought it was like, it's a time to end the grudge and just work together. And that's like the whole point of the whole thing, is to gather like the different races. Because in my race realm, there's like demi-humans, they're like, and other stuff like that. And even monsters in the end, like some monsters that are more intelligent than others do join him in the end as well to try, because when they all came to the world during that schism, they, like, a lot of them afterwards realized that what they had done was a horrible thing, because they basically wiped the dwarves off the face of the map, because there was like 100 million of these dwarves living in these mountains, like deep underground, digging out riches, making halls, caring for their families, feeding the whole world with these like huge trade routes. And after their fall, they kind of there was a huge shortage of everything, because even the elves depended on them and their highways to feed a huge portion of people, because they had huge underground lakes that would feed like entire caverns of farms. And like they grew like 90% of the mushrooms, and like entire like underground communities were dedicated to things that because early on the dwarves knew that they couldn't just depend on elves for food, because there was no elves. So they couldn't depend on anyone but themselves, so they had to make farming communities. They didn't just, so they were the jack of all trades, master of everything. They weren't just like, they dedicated entire communities to mastery of things, because they could. And so here's our clans, some of them. I'm gonna make my own inside my own world, but as you can see, there's other worlds as well here. There's other communities, and I'm just gonna fold like demi-humans into human worlds, because as like the human areas, because like I said, in my world there is no humans, because they don't live as long as the other elves. And contrary to popular belief, elves and dwarves made it at a regular rate. It isn't just like they couldn't be outbred because of humans. Humans just didn't work. There are technically humans in my world, but they all live in the north, where, well, obviously you don't. There's only like one northern region here with snow, I think. But the northern region with snow was basically like, they're basically Vikings. They're like the Vikings in my universe. I gave them the role of Vikings that would just go downwards and pillage. So, I mean, I guess some of the human empire, they're elves. I guess there's a few human empires here. But yeah, there was like, they made like this giant, I guess I could make it like an off-map thing. Like, it's so far away, they just come down here and pillage once a year and then go back up before the freeze. Yeah, I could do that. Like, I don't have to have the human society down here or fighting at all. But yeah, I gave each like I wanted to do like a Warhammer thing, like how Warhammer Fantasy, they have like Kislev as like the Russians. I wanted to do something kind of like that. Like there's like fox demi-humans that were samurais, like like Japanese that lived on their own island. I guess I could do it down here. Yeah, this island right here could work. Yeah. And they had their own dwarven societies. Like, the dwarves, after the mountains fell, they spread out. They kind of went everywhere trying to find a new home for themselves. And a lot of the clans stuck close to the mountains, but a lot of them spread out. So this works because they're spread out everywhere right now. Actually, it looks like there's a whole bunch of clans. Yeah, I selected the craft of bronze just because I like bronze. So yeah, that's the story of why I'm starting a new place. When I get into the game itself, or when I find a location, I'm going to do some updates for why I've been gone so long. Let's just say I had a bit of a I had some issues. No, not my dog. My dog is still hanging in there. I'm not looking forward to that either, but I'm mentally prepared for that. I've already had to bury in the last 4 years. I've already had to bury 3 dogs. Actually, no, 2. One's still alive. Holy crap. She's so old. She's like 15 years old. 16 almost. But she's not with us. She's with my aunt. So I kind of forgot about her. Honestly, I did. But it's hers now. The dog is hers now, but we had her for 13 years. And when my grandpa threw a fit and went down to Florida, took her with her. Took her with him. And so my aunt had to take care of her for a while, and yeah, we're pissed off that he just left. He just left one day and just took whatever he wanted. But now he's back up here and like begged us to take him back in. So it's a huge thing. It's a huge family thing that happened last year. But yeah, it costed us one of our dogs because but I don't mind. She wasn't exactly happy. Especially since my grandpa was the one taking care of her, but I kind of miss her. She's a little chihuahua. When she was younger, she was very feisty. But I do miss my dog. She was, like, I did used to sit on the couch and just have her sit on my chest while I slept, so, yeah, this is our mountain. I mean, our map. Hello everyone. It's called Ogram. So I'm gonna call it it's Ogram something. I'm gonna get when I get into the game, I'm gonna set and it says the world of enchantment or something like that, but I'm gonna change it to the old king's world for the old king mountains. And yeah, I'm gonna have this be the mountain chain for the old king, even though it's smaller than I thought it was I was hoping it'd be, but I can just say the mountain kind of stretches underground as well. And like wraps up here, so yeah, there could be like a huge huge forgotten tunnels and highways and stuff like that. I based a lot of my map design off Tolkien. Like, I love Lord of the Rings, so it's one of my the original 3 are my favorite. Now, I do like the other 3, but as not Tolkien Lord of the Rings. I'm talking about like it's basically like non-canon Lord of the Rings that someone tried to make a fan fiction of. I treat it like that. As like, oh, it's a neat fan fiction, even though the same guy directed it. I think honestly, he had other more talented people working with him on the first one, and that's why it was so good. I don't think that he himself is I mean, he's a good director, but he isn't like what he was when he first made the first 3. It's just not no, it's just not. I'm sorry, but you can't tell me, like, you could see wisps of it in the trilogy of the 5 armies, but that just was not a Tolkien story. It just wasn't. It felt like a fan fiction. So that's how I treat it, but it's still good movies. It's just I treat it not like a Lord of the Rings movie. I just treat it like a fantasy movie starring Legolas and some fucking weird ass dwarf and elf love story. But I like love stories, so I didn't take as offense to that as most other people. I'm a romance person, so it didn't draw me out as much. But It's just how fast they fell in love with each other was what I had a problem with. I didn't mind the dwarf and elf thing, but it's just how fast it happened. It should have, I don't know. Maybe they should have introduced them together at the beginning of the story and had like they did with Legolas throughout the whole thing, instead of like the last two movies, I guess. But she should have been like one of the elves recruited by Gandalf at the beginning, and then they kind of like fell in love as they went, instead of just like, I don't know, like 3 scenes with them together. Like what was it? Like one time when they were escaping, one time at Dale, and then like the last like the last 15-20 minutes of Battle of the Five Armies, like, oh man, and he's dead. Like the love story went nowhere. He just dies. He can't even have survived. He can't even been like the last surviving member. He just, him, his brother, and his father just die. Anyways, so I'm gonna find an area. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna should I make the dimensions bigger? Just to have, I think it just makes the map bigger, doesn't it? Yeah, let's make the map a little bigger, I guess. I don't really care if it is or not. Oh no, this is find embark an area. No. Let's just find one ourselves. No, this has elves. Okay. Yeah, that is elves, but there is goblins nearby. There's a whole bunch. Half a day's travel, so it's these guys over here. That's goblins. I like this area because it looks like there's going to be a fight, like a good fight. As you can tell, the reason why I'm starting a new world as well, on top of my reasoning for my lore, and putting my model back on screen, is because this is important to me. And I figured I was being a little dramatic with my model. It's not that big. It's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. People can leave if they don't like the model. I don't care. I like feminine vampire boys, so it's just, and like I like big busty vampire ladies. So that's just how it is. I might actually go up here. This looks like not very many people are up here. This looks like a minor spot. Let me look. Human fortress. So there's one human fortress and a bunch of little sites, right? Yeah, just a bunch of mysterious layers and dungeons. One human fort. I'm actually kind of scared. There's only one human fort here. How much is there? This actually might attract some... Holy shit buckets. What did that say? 10,000? There's 10,000 humans in this fort? Or is is it the one that's a couple days away? Huh. I wish it would tell me. Stream the Liberty of Saluting. That's kind of cool. That's a cool ass stream. The Sister Straws. That's the name of the fort. Oh my god. That's cue the banjo music. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna go here because this looks like there's very few dwarves here, and I think it'd be cool. But I want to go somewhere closer to goblins. Mysterious layer. Let's see. Human for a day's travel north. So yeah, no, that is... Travel west. Okay, still more. Okay. It is telling me how many is kind of in... 10,000. There's 10,000 in that. Okay. Maybe it's the whole empire as a whole. Maybe that's what I'm... Maybe? Yeah. It just tells me every time I see the elves, it's 2,000. The humans is 10,000. Humans, 4,000. Okay, that's the humans down here. So, humans and elves. That's going to be... This ain't going to be fun. There's goblins right here. You see the little the dark ones are the goblins. The light blue, the blue with gray is humans, and the trees are obviously elves. What is that? It looks weird. Oh, it's a tropical forest. I think it's an elven forest retreat. Oh, okay, yes. That's kind of cool. They have elven retreats. They just have like random vacation places for elves. That's cool. It probably has like a sacred tree there or something. I wonder if we should cut it down. But there's goblins here, so if I settle here, I can just run up there. It's no problem. I think it's like... I wish it would tell me, like... Okay, so I think it's going to be 3 days, because it's telling me... It's 2 days from the nearest humans that are down here, and the nearest elves that are probably right here. So it's probably going to be 3 or 4 days here. So that's no problem. Because I don't really want to settle in the vicinity of another Dwarven... Oh, these are... Wait. Kobolds? They travel a day northwest. Wait, these are kobolds. Hold on a second. These are kobolds. Dwarven hillock. Okay, no, these are dwarves. I need a... Goblins. Where are the Dwarven forts. Okay, no, these are dwarves. I was wrong. Oh, no. That's a goblin hillock. I guess they don't have different human hillock. Oh, they don't have different sprites for different hillocks. That's kind of weird. Oh, that's a kobold hillock? Okay. So, yeah. These are dwarves and these are all kinds of dudes. I guess, and they're just fighting it out. Because they don't like... Most of the time, they don't like people settling near their... dwarves don't like people settling near them, even if they are allies, so... That's cool. So we're gonna settle here. Huh. Okay, I want to make sure I get a flux layer. Flux stone layer. Light aquifer. I want a light aquifer because that means there's going to be a river there, and that means I can make sure my people don't starve to death. Although it's going to be a pain in the ass. I've tried to, I wonder how... Okay, so you can only do a 6x6. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. I like big maps, so it's kind of like... It's alright. I like big maps because that means there's going to be more minerals, stuff for me to mine out. And that means I don't have to dig down as fast. It means I could just keep digging and digging and digging. I like that. Plus, I'm having problems finding lava in my last one. And when I get in, I'm going to give you guys an update on the other maps on the other series, because It is one of the reasons why I kind of had a crisis of self. Let's just say one time, like, I lost the Dwarven series that's been going on for a while now. So, and the other one also. But it happened faster, and I was actually like, I actually knew it was gonna happen, so I wasn't really mad about that one. Okay. Let's try to find something with no aquifer. I'm gonna try to dig down as fast as possible. Yeah, that'll do. Cannot embark entirely on water or mountains. What do you mean? Wait, is that why no one's been like... That one? No, is that why no one's settled here now? Why can't I? I don't get that. I wonder if I can change that. Huh, that might be something I, see if there's a mod on. Wow, so that's the reason why no one settled around this mountain. Wait, there's a desert here. Maybe I should spawn here. No. Maybe. But why can't I just settle on mountains? I don't get it. Dwarves dig into mountains. Right here. That looks good, right? Can I settle there? Wow. Okay. I'm going to actually put in a little petition. I feel like Oh, so I can settle there, though. Okay, that's fine. You may be invaded very early by powerful foes. You have selected a large area. Choose a smaller area if you experience lag. Okay, this... we're gonna import that. That's a heavy aquifer? Oh my god, no, hell no. I already have problems with light aquifers. Fine. Let's do a mixture here. We got desert and mountain and forest. Light aquifer, little soil. That's fine, I don't care about soil. I never farm anyways. You need to be pumped. Okay. Water might be light aquifer, I knew that. Wildlife might be very dangerous here. You have set a necromancer tower. Wait, I can get rare books from a where is this thing? Wait, is it that? No, it can't be that. Wait, human tower. So it is a necromancer tower. Cool. I'll accept that. Where was I going? Wait, where was I? Oh, right here. So we're gonna do more mountain than woods and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. Yeah, sorry for the yap. I'll probably put like a timestamp if you don't want to hear the yap. I don't really care about choosing equipment or skills. It's fine. I just play with whatever they give me. But yeah, now that I'm not giving my lore and background and look at there. So the other day, while I think it was episode 15, I started recording and didn't notice my mic was turned off. And like only 15, 20 minutes in, like, no, I was an hour in before I noticed. And then like, as soon as I noticed it, like my citizens started writing. The unhappy ones started rioting, and they destroyed all of my workshops. So it death spiraled into the ground, and I abandoned the fortress. And the desert one, dwarves kept dying, and the spiral just kept happening, and I got zero people in. Mm-hmm. So I decided to abandon that one as well. Although I haven't officially abandoned it, I'm not going back to it. I've abandoned it personally. So, when that happened and I looked over and I saw that there was no audio and my mic had been like manually turned off, because when I play Arena Breakout, I turn my mic off whenever I'm in a team, until someone speaks. I don't like speaking because I don't know. I've just gotten a lot of dickheads lately, and a lot of them just, if you start speaking and they'll just start they'll start trolling and like screaming into their mic. I've had a few of those, and I just get tired of it. So I don't talk unless I have my own crew with me. So, sorry, I had to take a drink. Throat was getting a little raspy from speaking for 30 minutes. But yeah, welcome. So that's my story, my little story. And now let's see, what time is it? All right, 35:50. All right. So, ooh, I'm already liking it. I've got silt loam, but I've also got a forest. Ooh, this is gonna be great. I can already see the possibilities. So the new Dwarf Fortress update, I'm hoping is going to be a banger, honestly. I already struggle with enemies, so I know I'm gonna die a lot. So this is just gonna be like, so even if I have to restart, if like all my dwarves die, I'm gonna keep going with the number. Like, I'm not gonna like make a new series every time I die. I'm gonna keep going with this one and just treat it like I'm just gonna treat it like a continuous story. So, no, let's not go for gyms yet. Let's not go for gyms. So, I want to build the fortress in this area where there's no trees to block arrows and stuff like that. Yeah, and I'm gonna use this as my like food area. Wow, there's no trees up here whatsoever. So this is gonna be my food area. No tree area. No. Where's my caravan? Ooh, okay, so we dropped right on top of where I want to be at. So I'm going to dig out this area. Yes. Let's see. Let's make sure our miner is just mining. Because I don't want him doing anything else right now. Everyone else, they can do as they please. And I need food, so I'm going to be going slower than I normally do, because I am quite fucking tired of accidentally getting my dwarves killed without knowing how to do things. And I do admit it's my fault. I shouldn't be blaming others. I should be paying attention to my dwarves' needs more as well. I need wood to start my conquests. I'm actually planning on, I'm seeing if I can get in a fight with the elves just to see what their siege is going to be like, because I haven't fought elves. I have fought dwarves and goblin combined sieges before. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure that people are doing their jobs. Like, I noticed that sometimes I'll have food shortages because I forget that I need to make sure that where is it? My boom arm's in the way, so sometimes I can't really see the little menu down here. Sometimes I forget that my fisher dwarf is my only way of getting food, and he's just out there like fucking hauling things when he shouldn't be. So I'm gonna make sure he's only doing that. Cause I can't, like, later on I kind of forget about him, so I want to make sure that he's doing his job. And the other thing I need to work on is prioritizing the cancellations. Some of them just because I assigned them to do something, even though I know we don't have it. I know that, but I kind of get lazy, you know? All right. And I don't mean to, but yeah, see, like that. It's just sometimes I'm thinking that yeah, look at all this. Okay. So I'm mining this out so that see these ramps? I don't want them to get into this area. Now I know they can I know the sieges can mine now, but I don't want them, but as long as this is open, I don't think they'll mine. At least I hope not. So if they know that this space is just gonna be open, I think they'll just walk in. I don't think, but they will knock down my doors now. They do destroy doors and like barriers. So, and I'm gonna try to keep my special stuff like on lockdown now. I don't like that there's a ramp still here, so I'm gonna mine it out. Also, I kept my the big fort, the one that I got pissed, that kind of sent me into a little spiral of self-loathing. Wait, what? This has an upward slope on it? Damn it. Okay, I'll go one more in. I don't mind. That one had a whole bunch of stuff left up at the top. And it was just easy, and I was putting like rare artifacts up top where they can just be accessed, and moles and like magpies were stealing them, or crows or whatever. Okay, this is almost done. I need to make sure that that my planter is gathering fruit. I think this will be enough. I don't really know if he'll like. I really like that I picked a 3-way, so I have 0 wood here, but I can use this as clay, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna assign my planter to that, so not everyone's doing it. Planter, you do that. Yeah, only thing I want everyone doing is planting, is hauling. That's fine. I kind of need that to happen, because I let my fortress get way too disorganized, and I think there was a bug with my last fortress. Even though I was assigning everyone to do it, like they never there's so much stuff. I think it broke it. I think if I would unassign everyone and make them all do it, like if I unassigned everyone and made them all start carrying things, I think they would have had it done in a jiffy. But so I was specializing people, and they were all had their own stuff to do. So I think only like, I don't know, 70 people were doing anything, and it just wasn't enough because there was thousands and thousands and thousands of things to move, and it just wasn't happening. And I think it broke it. So I don't know, because I was sitting there watching them all do their things, and sometimes I felt they were just running around and doing nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get on top of it this time. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure it happens, and I'm gonna get my apiaries up running like really fast. I think I'm gonna put. Okay, I'm gonna put a little fast. I'm gonna put a little shortcut here, and I'm gonna put the farm right there, so they can just come up here and run out and grab it, and do their thing. Because I'm actually gonna work on a farm now that I've got workable soil here. Maybe is silt soil? I mean, there's other things growing on it. I'm sure it'll. All right, he's almost done. Okay, we're gonna go down one. Oh man, I'm really close. That's gonna turn into an aquifer. So let's dig a little thing right there, and we're gonna go further into the mountain. Actually, we're gonna go further into the mountain and dig down. Is less likely of a chance to encounter aquifer if you dig a little further away from it. At least that's how I've found it. But there has been random aquifers in places that I didn't expect. So don't take my word for that. That's just what I've experienced. Oh, look at that. Okay. Oh my god. I was hoping to not dig out much more here, but I need hematite. I need iron. I'm sure I'll get a lot of iron. I just need some time. All right, there's no more slopes leading into the base. So I think it'll be fine. Only thing is creatures that can climb through that. So eventually I'm going to need to put down like a huge, like a big land thing there, but that's fine. What I'm thinking about doing is using this to build like a little tower here. I'm going to build up 2 levels, and I'm going to put archers on top of there just so yeah, just to keep people from being able to take too much advantage of me during a siege. Why does that sound like people are fighting, but there's no fighting icon? It's fine. It's fine. All right. He's digging into the mountain now. I've gotten furniture. I mean, workshops. Let's see. Farming. Oh, that's a cavern sound. That's why I felt like it kind of sounds somewhat similar sometimes. And it spooks me out. So I'm like, is that a fight? Is that a fight? Oh, farm. All right. So, highwood logs. Sweet. So yeah. All right. I need to make sure my farmer is doing the farming. Oh, siege operators now. Sweet. I really love the. I'm hoping to fight off a siege, like really cool siege. I'm probably gonna lose a lot more high lords, hammer lords. I love hammer lords though, so obviously my first squad's gonna be hammers. I just need the firepower, but I'm also gonna try to figure out why they didn't use the boots I assigned them. But all right. Bauxite. I do like bauxite. I really do. It's just a cool little orangish red, you know? It's like a dark orange red. All right, now we're gonna dig down one, and we're gonna They're gonna dig down one, and then we're gonna make a stockpile. All right, stockpile, go. Okay, where's the map at? Awesome. That's why I chose a bigger map this time, because I was tired of running it into the edge. All right. Here's going to be where I'm going to start a stockpile. And... okay. This is going to be good. I can feel it. I like the look of this map. There's stuff everywhere. Wait, I wonder if he can... okay, I'm gonna try something. Because it looks like he's not fishing here. Okay, there's downward slopes there, so they should be able to access the fishing areas. So maybe there's just no fish in it. Never mind, I'm not going to try it. I was going to dig down and see if that'll work. But I think it'll just get a dwarf drowned. Let's see what we got here. We got lignite. Wait, can't I turn... Yes, coke. Sweet. So I'm going to have some early... All right. Oh, there's lignite right there as well. So it's time to start the forges, my friends. All right. I know I probably focus too much on making hammers and like weapons and equipment, even though I don't have it, but I like to get things started quite early. And I can use iron for other things as well. Yeah. See, I'm gonna make the stockpile here. You know what? No, that's fine. I need that. But I think I'm gonna make the industry here, so so they can just run into the stockpile, grab what they want, make it, and then bring it back to another stockpile. I'm gonna try to be efficient here. Oh, and coal. Wow, I got 0 coal. I practically got 0 coal on my last, on my other run. This is gonna be good. Okay. But also, if they're giving me coal, if they're giving me a bunch of boons already, I'm wondering if this isn't gonna be a happy, happy, joy, joy type of playthrough. All right. Well, let's get started on this, on the industry. Okay, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to do industry right there. Oh, let's see. Another 3, and then... So we're gonna go up another 3. Another 3. Another 3. Alright. There's gonna be a small amount of industry there. And if I decide to migrate down when I find a cavern, I'll just build more industry. Like, I'm gonna leave this here and just build more industry down there, but I think I'm not gonna migrate this time. Last time I migrated because of all the water, but I was kind of forced to. So, yeah. Then we are going to get ahead of the curve on a few things. Let's see. 3 up. And then it needs to end on a... So I'm gonna go ahead and make an office. And yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna make, I don't know. I need a broker's office and like a bunch of things. I need a bunch of things, all right? I'm hoping that I can get ahead of the angry curve and try to keep them happy. I'm going to try to build, instead of just waiting for gold mugs, I'm going to build early mugs. And then I'm going to build mugs out of wood and keep them happy in their own tavern. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people, 7 rooms. That'll keep them happy. Manager's office. A guest tavern I'm going to use as a temporary main dwarf hall. Let's see. What else should I also do? Right. I'm also going to use temple. I'm going to use a temple that's made for everyone, and then as more religions get together, I'm going to go ahead and make them, because making a whole bunch right now is not feasible. I'm just going to make a one-size-fits-all temple, one-size-fits-all tavern, small industry, and then once all this is done and the stockpiles are full, I'm going to dig down. Like, I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm not going to get myself killed. I'm going to try to get ahead of the curve of needs, fill the tavern, fill the kit. Like, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build the kitchen in here instead of putting it over here, so I don't need as much room in the over here. But let's see. Stoneworker, crafter, craft workshop, carpenter. Yeah, that should fit everything. Okay. Neat. Oh, neato. Actually, I kind of don't want you working on this stuff right. Yeah, just go over there, and I'll tell you to. I need this more. Then I'm gonna make sure he does that in a second. Yeah, there he goes. But I do need this. I do need that and that cut. Yeah, that's a weird sound. I think I'm already near a cavern. All right, that's what I need. I need this cut out so I can start putting down my workshops. First. Okay, dude. Can you please... Oh, I always forget about... Keep building. Select a material. I'm probably gonna just... Okay, I'm gonna make sure he actually finishes this. I'm not gonna just let him go off. He'll probably go down here and just randomly start mining things out. Actually, I'm gonna do that for this too, just so I make sure he gets the manager's shop in a few places up. Once I activate this to be mined as well. I'm gonna do things in bursts. Try to manage my guys a little more. Sure. What's claystone? Yeah, why not? Yeah, see, he was just gonna go up here instead of finishing this shit. That pisses me off a little. I'm glad I foresee the future. I am a... Okay. Let's see. I need a furnace. Wood furnace. Because you need to make charcoal. Borax? Huh. Alright. Alright, yes. Finish this for me, please, so I can put a stockpile down. Alright. I need all this mined out so I can put a stockpile down, and then don't mine any further. Alright. This, I need stone blocks. Although, I don't know. I don't know if I should make stone blocks, because I can just use the stone on the ground. It's going to be... They got to carry it, and it slows them down. But I'm going to have so much material, I really don't need very many stone blocks. And I don't actually need them to... Okay, no. I'm going to wait for a manager's workshop to do that. So I'm going to make some doors out of... Oh, they won't actually use my lignite. That's good. Yeah, brimstone door. Why not? Do that until they run out of brimstone. Okay, this, I need them to make charcoal. Just a little bit of it so that... Just so I can get a smelter down and they can smelt the lignite and coal into coal. I need to learn that word. I really do. That's such a weird word. I'm gonna call it natural coal deposit. Chunk o coal. The stuff that Santa puts in your stockings. By the way, Santa in my universe is just an old-ass dwarf that rides around on an elf carriage he stole. So, that's great. And some say he was the original king of the mountain who just retired and decided to craft toys for the rest of his life and deliver it to good little dwarves and elves. He likes elves. He just likes stealing from them as well. He doesn't have the same bias as the rest of the dwarves do. All right, he's finished. All right, now you can start doing that. Time to put stockpile down. Oh yeah. Okay, first stockpile is going to be a generalized stockpile. All. And the rest will be actual stockpiles. Yeah, see, they're already gathering things. Yeah, no more stockpiles above. That was a mistake on my part. Honestly, and... Alright. Okay, okay. I want to make sure my animals are close. So, pen and pasture. And let's see what we brought with us. Okay, I like that. That means I can start having yak wool and sheep wool, llama wool. All right. Maybe I should make nesting boxes too, so I can get like a bunch of geese and stuff. I really don't take care of the animals that much, because honestly, it's a pain in the ass later in the game when you just got like 1,000 animals. All right. Did I make doors? I did make doors. Okay, let's block off the entrance. I don't care if they go into the stockpile. It's very likely anything will actually get stolen that's important. Well, that I can't intercept. So, let's make a door to the brimstone door to the office. And let's see, I need more doors, so... Oh, that's a floodgate, sir. That's a floodgate. Door. Let's see. Microline or jet? Jet, yeah. Okay, he's almost finished with that. So let's finish off the stockpile area before we start doing all this. Okay. Since this is already having a door made, I'm gonna put in a coffer, a table, and a... Oh. Oops. Yeah, if you like, even though you're in this menu, if you're like there, it'll switch. And then if you hover back over it, it'll go up and down. So make sure your shit is inside the window, because it will... What was that? Okay, I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Alright. What was I doing? Oh, and a throne. Right. So that's gonna be for the manager's office. And, oh yeah, now I need a carpenter for beds. Dedicated carpenter. Jet. Yeah, why not? All right. They've got water, so I'm fine if I run out of drink. It's not like the desert one where I started running. Okay, well, he's gonna act weird again. But it's fine. He'll have to mine all this out. I won't assign him anything else. All right, so this is going to be the industry / guest area. And I'm going to make the dwarvens like here, like tavern. I'll eventually turn these 3 rooms right here into tavern rooms for like renting, I guess. If that's even like, I think I can assign rooms to be like guest bedrooms, I think. I know how to do it. It's a pain in the butt. Okay, they have a bunch of charcoal now. So furnaces, smelter. This is where we're going to make, yeah, why not? Some claystone, right? All right. Make beds eternally. Thank you. I need a lot. Yeah, see, he's just mining whenever he wants, but he'll get to all of that eventually, as long as I don't assign him too much to dig. And he's going to become a pretty good miner very fast. You get a good miner when you start, so that's the reason why I hate losing him. I wish there was like a further tier than legendary, like a heroic miner. Like heroic hammerman. Lord of the Jewelry or something. Is it? Look at all this coal he's mining for me. Sweet. All right. We are going to make sure coke is being produced. I want to make sure I get everything. Okay. I'm going to assign a different smelter when they get here. I'm going to assign people to I'm going to make more smelters. I'm not going to try to go for lava right now. I've got plenty of resources to smelt steel, so it's not like I need lava, but eventually, so I don't have to have smelters anymore, I'm going to, well, smelters for dedicated to coke. Because that's honestly a pain. It's like a huge amount of like a huge amount of logs being like I have to pay attention to cutting down logs and providing things for them. And I would like to have a self-sufficient. I like self-sufficient fortresses. Which is why I put so much emphasis on trying to find lava. It's just how I roll, baby. How I roll. But yeah, so my computer. So what happened was my computer failed. Um, one day my power strip just completely failed, and I thought and it corrupted one of my videos. And then, like, the next day, I recorded a video without sound. And then, 10 minutes into recording the desert one, I started going down a death spiral because of lack of manpower. So I lost two fortresses and, like, one of the best raids of my life in Arena Breakout because of a power strip failure. And then, like, I don't know, people in my house be trifling, so people started picking fights with me, and I kind of went down a death spiral of my own. It's all good though, but I'm gonna try to find another job soon so I can get an updated model. I like this one, but I want a different model to use for different days. So I was gonna have some Halloween stuff made, but I literally slept through most of October because of because I am a big giant fucking wiener. That's why. Don't ask. I just The last time I uploaded a video was literally like the 25th of September. So yeah, oh man. And October is my jam. Like, it is my time of the year. I like Halloween, I like spooky things. I even have a metal orange dice my friend got me that has like gold trimming. It's like orangish red with gold trimming. It's my favorite die. And he also got me a black one with gold trimming. I like gold, so he knows that. But I like red the most, so he got me one with red and gold. It's like gold's my second favorite color, black is my third. So I got the trifecta, and honestly, white is my fourth. And I really can't, like, if I could, I'd put all of them at first, because I really have, like, a color palette that I like that go together. So yeah, I'm recording. I've decided, yeah, enough moping around. We're 4 days into September, and I was supposed to record one like 3 days ago. But I'm actually kind of glad I waited, because now the update for Dwarf Fortress is out. So yeah, welcome. Okay, Kind Metal. That's a nice name. Oh, we just got some people. On that note, well, we'll wait for the wait, group of citizens stranded. What do you mean? How did you get up there? Did someone... Oh, someone fucking took his stepladder. Oh, I hope this doesn't kill him. Why would you take his stepladder? Yo, where's that stepladder? Wait, how? I don't see it. Oh, it's probably on the there it is. Someone's using it. So actually, is the woodcutter dedicated? No, he's not. So that means he's doing something else. Let me turn that on real quick. Get this guy Wait, he's not stuck anymore? Never mind. I don't need that wood, so... how do I fucking get rid of this? Hey. Thank you. I no longer need the woodcutter. He hopped down by himself. I thought he was stranded. Okay. Stranded means you can't get down no matter what. Are you lying to me? Yeah, so he was gathering stuff, and then some dude, and then the actual plant gatherer came and took his stepping stool. That's funny. Okay, I'm gonna make a bunch of those so that doesn't happen again. Where is it? Blocks, patches. Wait, can it only be made in the craft workshop? Okay, that makes a little sense. I need one of those anyways. Oh, that's because I was looking at... Wow, okay, never mind. I'll make 2 more. Just make sure everything's getting done. Okay, he's done mining all that out. So let's mine that out now. Not that. We don't really need a tavern right this second. I would like to get the temple dedicated to everything up and running, just to make sure everyone gets it's a small slight boost, I guess you would say. Make sure everyone is praying in some way. Wait, what the hell? Limonite already? Cool, sweet. That's another source. That's a source of copper, right? Or is it a source of iron? I don't know. Actually, what am I doing? Okay, iron. Okay, ore of iron. So, no, I was wrong. It's not copper, it's iron. Good. Excellent. Alright, I'm pretty sure I have the tables and stuff done. Furniture. No. Alright, put the table down. Chair. Jet throne. And the coffer. Where are you? Sweet. That should be good enough for now for a manager's office. It's kind of small. Smaller than I like to build, but I don't really care right now. This... Cool. Now that this is dug out, let's make a dedicated furniture and finished goods. Sweet. Yeah. I think with that, I'm gonna end today's episode. Yeah, I hope everyone who watches this watches it. I mean, I know most of these things are my own little monologues. I normally talk to myself, so I see very few people actually watch. But anyone who does watch makes me happy. And I'm glad that I actually have like 3 subscribers now. Although only one of them shows up on my feed, so I think other 2 are ghost subscribers. So I think I only have actually 1. Yeah, I don't know what's up with YouTube lately. I've been kind of disillusioned with trying to actually do YouTube videos because of how they're treating everything. But I'll power through it. Anyways, Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy y'all's day. It's like 10 p.m. here, so yeah, have a good one.